What is going on, guys? I decided to do a little breakdown for the latest trailer to Creed. So I watched it a couple more times after my reaction video, and I gotta say, it got to the point where I almost cried. I mean, like the emotional resonance that trailer had. I mean, I had to tell myself like, stop it, stop it, stop it, be a man, be a man, be a man, just stop it. It's tugging my heartstrings, talking about this, and I think it's really, I think it's an amazing thing that they could have remade Rocky at any point, and at this time they could have did a remake or a reboot, and it's amazing that they still have more pieces to the puzzle, to fill in, even though this is not Rocky's story right now. This is a Creed story, Apollo Creed's son. But it's still in that same storyline, even though it's another person's story that they're telling now. And I think it's amazing that they decide that, yeah, there's more pieces to to this puzzle that we can fill in here, rather than to move on to another, box of puzzles. You know what I mean? But they could have done that, and I think I have to say I'm honestly really am relieved that they have not went down that route where like, yeah, let's remake Rocky. I'd say this is a very clever way to continue it, because Rocky's at the end of his rope with with boxing, and I'm glad they found another way that they can still tell the story and keep it interesting and make it a fresh chapter in the story. And yeah, and I mean, from the looks of this trailer, it looks like Rocky his time might be up. I mean, like where he might actually pass away by the end of this movie. And in the first trailer, if you pay attention, when Creed repeats Rocky's line about saying life's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And he made it sound as if he's remembering that, as it sounds as if those words were said about from someone that he knew who was still alive, when they were still alive. And he made it sound as if Rocky passed away when he repeated those lines in that first trailer. And I can see it's gonna the chemistry, like the father-son chemistry between Creed and Rocky is gonna be like the same way as that same dynamic that Rocky had with Mick. I mean, I can see them having that because Rocky didn't have a father. Rocky didn't have his father in his life, and Mick was that father figure for Rocky, and Paul wasn't really there because he was busy being a boxer, and so I can see Rocky being dad's fatherly figure to Creed's son, and his mentor / father figure, and the one of the things that really hit me, other than Rocky having seemingly having health problems, the other thing that hit me is when he walked over to the cemetery. He thought he was going to visit Adrian, but it turns out he's visiting Paulie also. So he's buried right next to Adrian, and that's really tough. I mean, that is really tough. So yeah, I mean, like if that trailer can make me feel all kind of ways, I'm feeling some type of emotions. I mean, from the drama and the emotional resonance that it brought. I mean, this movie's really gonna make me bawl my eyes out, and it's gonna be a challenge to sit through this movie without crying. I mean, like just, oh man. But that's not a bad thing though. I mean, that's great that it's like over 5 movies to tell the story, and they still managed to keep it interesting. I mean, that just amazes me. I mean, looking through all the Rocky movies, and to me personally, like Rocky 2, I felt that Rocky 2 concluded his story. I mean, he became champ, and he achieved like the biggest achievement like that anyone could in their career of boxing. And I felt that closed to that told his story and that closed the chapter. But they continue it, and then we explored his experiences with being the champion, and that was a good thing to watch too. And another interesting story with part 4, and another interesting story with part 5, and with Rocky Balboa, the sixth and final one in Rocky's part of the story anyway, was also interesting as well, because he had this weight on his shoulders that he's been carrying around ever since Adrian died, and the only way he can sort of release himself from the clutches of that is to step back into the ring. And that's another reference that he made with the stuff in the basement, and then that's what it was that's what it was referenced to. And yeah, and almost everybody in Rocky's life is basically gone. I mean, the only ones he has other than Creed's son is, his own son, Robert, or Rocky Jr., and Little Marie, as he called her, and her son, what was his name? What was it, Spitz? Or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, those are the only people that he has in his life right now. I mean, I don't know if they make an appearance in this movie. It would be nice to see him or at least be referenced or mentioned. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fantastic movie, and I mean, I think it comes out near the holidays. I mean, that's a bad thing, because with Star Wars, The Force Awakens, being a potential juggernaut, for the winter time, for the holidays. I mean, it'd be a good idea to move Creed over to another release date, let the whole Star Wars thing blow over, or at least bring Creed out before Star Wars is released, like early December or something like that. I mean, because I want this movie to do well, and I don't want it to be stomped by Star Wars, and it potentially would be. And I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. I don't know what the release date is. Maybe it is early December. Maybe it's late November. I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, hopefully it doesn't... They try to keep it as far away from Star Wars as possible, so it can still do well in the box office, and not be a flop because, everybody's going to see Star Wars, But, yeah, that's my take. I mean, that's what I wanted to break down in my reaction video for Creed. But, yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Rocky is gonna, meet his maker by the end of the movie, or do you think, he'll move on to see his prodigy of, that is Creed's son, achieve greatness in his beginning career as a boxer? So, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, and if you liked my discussion, thumb up the video, and feel free to share it, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos to come. And until next time, Nerdy Boy Shin is signing.